Kilo fait on m'a tête chocolat. Fine oh baguette. Watch your love for like it. Why not more than your body chocolate. But she ready yeah in my day.
Hey y'all, hey! Welcome to Unicorn Straight No Chaser, where you come for the shenanigans, but you stay for the debauchery. Look at Carty being light skinned already. Is he smizing?
How am I light skinned already? I'm just me right now.
I don't know. You just had this look on your face.
The smolder.
It's me not having my glasses on and trying to look at the screen.
You just cockeyed.
Yeah.
So welcome y'all. We will get into the debauchery later on. Let's take care of a bit of housekeeping first. First, shout out to our editor and StreamYard Tech, just the best.
We the best.
Also, let me give a shout out to myself. I am the executive producer, and I guess we could say something for our co-executive producer, King Kurt Live.
All stroking each other off.
So, I just want to put this out there. If you have a podcast and you're not gaining visibility, if you would like to do a podcast, but you don't know where to start, you have no experience, the executive producers here at HNIC can help you with that. So get in my inbox, get in the comments or whatever if you need some guidance and you want to do shenanigans every week like we do. Now, let's move on to my lovely, lovely, lovely co-host. Ladies first.
Hello, you guys. Tokyo T here to bring you inside Pandora's box full of kinks and chaos. Stay tuned for Inside the Box.
And of course, Light Bright.
The actual unicorn in the show.
Yes.
Hello, everybody, for the colorful commentary.
Who are you?
Says right there, Carty Experience.
You know that we are also...
Welcome to the world.
That's a good reason to plug this. We are also on Anchor. We are also found on Spotify. So we need to make sure that the listeners who cannot see our lovely faces also know who you are. And if you at work and you want to listen to something that's not suitable for work, make sure your headphones are in and check us out on those platforms as well.
I should redo my intro since the folks on Spotify can't see me. This is your soft daddy Dom here. Carty Experience.
What did you just do to your mic?
I just brought it closer and just added a little bit more bass.
Oh my God.
You like
so tonight, before we get into the depths of hell with our sex segment, we are going to discuss something that was bothering me for the past week or so. So we all know who Jonathan Majors is. At least we should by now with Quantum Mania coming out, right?
He's in every single movie. Every single movie you've seen.
His season. Everyone gets a season, okay?
It's true.
But he came out with this cover for Ebony magazine. He just looks so good. He looks good.
I'm Flamingo.
Yes. And everyone lost their damn minds.
They did.
The ashy hoteps lost their minds. Hoteps. So people were putting out all these think pieces and pictures describing how they are emasculating men and that he has been inducted into the Illuminati now. Now, before I even realized what he actually was cosplaying is, I said, it's a fucking cape. To me, it was a cape. I think it's a coat, but it's fucking cape. Men can't wear a cape now.
Was that verified that he was actually doing based on Don Flamingo One Piece?
Yes.
Okay.
It actually, the designer actually was doing it as an homage, right? And when you put it side by side, you can clearly see the inspiration. Inspiration, not
yeah. I
yeah,
see it.
it's not identical, but it was inspired by it. But I'm trying to figure out why Black men think everything is gay.
Gay.
Should have had like little sounds going boom, boom, boom. Everything is gay to Black men at this point. And I'm really confused as to where this comes from, like what the psychology behind it is. Apparently, y'all not allowed to live anymore because that is gay as well. Nothing is a monolith, not Blackness and not maleness. So take, for instance, we have all these certain rules about what Black men can wear and what they cannot wear, which is asinine to me because who made up these gender roles and pink is for girls and blue is for boys? Like, who made this up? Somebody really literally sat there and just decided these things. There is no real rule saying what you should be able to wear and what you shouldn't wear. You should wear what makes you happy and what makes you comfortable. But this is not new. Men have been wearing things that I guess people would consider to be questionable since Prince. You know, Prince was definitely known for wearing things that you would be more likely to find on a woman. And everybody loved Prince.
Motherfucker wore heels.
He did. Well, he was short.
Heels and assless chaps. I mean,
he definitely had assless chaps. Like,
and it was never anything going around as a question to his sexuality. So,
now, if you're a nigga on 5th Street, then nigga, what is you doing?
Right. Okay. But now you can't even do it and be famous. And we got people like the Isley brothers. They wore very questionable, you know, look at that. Look at that belly shirt. Okay.
Him downstairs. That's just screaming him downstairs.
It's a tie belly shirt.
It's tied. Okay. He might as well just had taken it off. He didn't really need it on. It's unbuttoned, it's tied up. Like, you trying to show as much as your body as possible. Just
even the earlier cover albums of Isley Brothers are even worse than that.
Exactly. Exactly. People pressing their hair, curling their hair, doing any and everything that they wanted, right? Basketball players. Yeah, they used to wear Daisy Dukes practically. Okay.
That was just team uniform. Everyone had to wear that shit. That was
but everyone wore their shorts that short is what I'm saying. It was going
off their camel toe. That's what they doing.
Yeah. Yes, everyone looked like they was a part of the village people. Like it was normal. So I don't understand where all this fake outrage is coming from. Why is everyone so upset? First of all, what you eat doesn't make me shit, right? So if you want to wear a cape, if you want to paint your nails blue, if you would like to wear heels, the fuck do they have to do with you? Like, it has nothing to do with your personal choices, and it does not lessen you as a Black man. But somehow the actions of one or two Black men seem to affect every Black man around. I don't know, Carty. Is it just me? Because I'm not a man. I'm from on the outside looking in.
It's actually just a culture. Like, that's what it is. It's the culture. Hip hop, male-dominated culture. And it's just where it's at right now. It was like kind of funny back in the day, like, that gay shit was like early 2000s. Like, we'll joke around, like, we'll say it's gay, but it really wasn't. We didn't mean it was gay. But now, like, motherfuckers are taking it kind of personally, like being attacking and not more like of a joke and shit. But I don't know. Like you said, what don't make you shit? I like to say, who you fuck don't make me come. But each his own. But these folks with a low vibration mindset mentality and say, hey, gay is bad because that's what culture says. And so, I think that needs to change.
Question, if you can recall, as a child, when was like the first time that it really was like starting to be ingrained into you, like, this is for girls, this is for boys don't do that? If you
like around 10, like when I started getting into the hip hop area, like the hip hop culture, kind of dictated fashion in like early, like mid 90s going into 2000s. Say, hey, these guys here, they rock this, this, and this, and this. This is the platform moving forward. So with that being said, everyone kind of jumped on that bandwagon, and then, you know, hip hop fashion wear took off, and that trend setting became what it is today. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, you're going off the path. You go off the beaten path, you know, we get to call you this, this, and the third. So it's just kind of really just directed to one way you should wear certain things. It's getting crazier nowadays with, you know, skinny jeans and little Uzi Vert doing crazy shit. I don't know where it's going now. Those big fucking Asteroid Boy boots. I don't know where the culture's going. It's really confused right now, and folks are starting to spread out. And then that's where the more gay shit is coming from, because this shit is not what we're used to in the past 20 years. So,
but is it gay, or is it just people have the freedom to express themselves and they're like not as afraid to do it?
a little bit of both. Because there's like, you know, folks in the culture or in the fashion culture who are gay and they do know their own stuff, but then you do have heterosexuals that are going outside the box. They think it's for fashion, but I just think it's, you know, trying to make a statement to just get seen. I don't know which one's which. I don't know if it's clout chasing or what it is, but like, nigga, you ain't wear that 2 years ago. Now you doing this crazy ass shit, and now you think, you know, you can sit in front of a fashion show and be like, oh, I'm part of the culture, with chicks wearing trash bags on their head. I don't know.
Let me shout out Rockstar is in the comments. Hey Rockstar.
Hey Rockstar.
And Ina is in the comments. Hey Ina, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope you stick around because it's only going to get funnier after this. I'm sorry, Tokyo. I thought I saw you about the weigh-in. Because you have a son, so
yeah. It's very interesting. I think that because the media is full of acceptance and inclusion, and, you know, the homosexual community is kind of out there more than it used to be. I think because of that, we're seeing more homosexuals in you know, media and stuff like that. So it's
representation.
Right. And I think seeing that is kind of make like the straight guys kind of like, oh, so we can do that. You know what I mean? Like, and I think it's starting to just bleed over into, like you said, it's becoming a cultural thing. Back in the day, for sure, people use the word being gay as a joke. I used to hang around with a bunch of guys or whatever, and everything was gay. Like, oh, that's gay. Right. Then pause came out. Pause. Oh, pause. Oh, you eating a popsicle. Pause. You know, so it became like this big, like, y'all put too much.
It was a big bit.
It was, yeah, I don't think that it was malicious though in those areas. Like, I think it was more of a joke. I had a friend who literally, like, he could turn anything into being gay. Like, I think somebody text him K or something, and it was like, oh, we don't say it K, that's gay. But
that's homophobic though. Like,
it's ridiculous. But I do think it was what's the word? Like a lot of them do be gay. You know what I mean? Like, but like, oh, if I say that's gay, you won't think I'm gay. Yeah, projection. Like, if I say I'm gay, then you won't think I'm gay because I'm the first one that said it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a child. And I think that's a lot of them do that. It's just like bullies. You know, bullies go out there and be like, oh, you gay, beat up, you know, and then they like really like them for real. Like,
yeah, like when a boy pull your pigtails because yes.
Right. It's kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's silly.
So my thing is this, right? People are like, all of a sudden everyone is gay. No, that's not true. People have always been gay. You're just starting to see accurate representation in the media. That's all.
And it's more accepted and almost celebrated now. So it's different. You're seeing it differently.
It should before
be. Yeah, I mean, I agree.
In some spaces.
Like, huh?
I say this as a pansexual woman, just so y'all don't think it's a bunch of straight people up here. I am very crooked.
I mean, they've made up. I mean, it's names for everything. These, you know what I mean. So everybody wants to be a part of a community, a part of a group, And so it's nothing wrong with it. You know, like-minded people want to be in the same area, have the same opportunities as everybody else. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know.
Right, and even gay people do it. Like, oh, that's gay. Like, nigga, you gay. Then you
They
gay.
do
Like,
the
the
same
gay
thing.
people do it the most. Like, hey,
No,
this
I
gay.
mean, of course you're going to encounter that because you got black people that say things that are, you know, that white racist people would say. So
Maybe it's a coping mechanism
there's
to
a
deal
hate.
with, help them
There's
deal with, you
hatred
know,
within.
the thing of, you know, being gay. You know, you say it enough, you get around enough, you can just ease your way into it. Like, put a foot into the gay pool and just like gay, as you know. I don't know, but as of right now, it's like
Jesus Christ.
a lot of people don't take offense to it anymore, like they used to.
I disagree, but
Maybe to some, I guess I should say in some circles, like the hardcore dudes, like, you know, everything just take it to the extreme. But you know, regular guys, you know, it's not that big of a deal.
you're not as easily
You're not
you
easily
used to
offended.
be like, how could you ever you can't be friends with someone that's gay,
Right?
You can't do any of that, or like it's like you will catch it, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I feel like, first of all, I feel like the real reason that the straight men are upset is because of the way Jonathan Major looks, that the way he looks without a shirt on, and they will never look like that.
Ooh,
So
Papa.
We can try. Shut up. I can pull that off.
That is a fine man right there, and I can
pull that
understand
off.
why some of you can pull it off. Take your shirt off right now, Carty.
If I get in the gym and, you know, I had $1 million and a trainer, I can look like that easy.
Not easy.
Easy.
Yeah, me too, nigga. Shit.
Anybody, if you have you know, you got Marvel money.
He just got with Marvel. Now cut it out.
No, he came out with that Lovecraft. He came
fine.
out with that. Okay, he worked hard on that.
I mean, he didn't have that bite for Devotion with a movie he just came out a couple months ago. So he literally just got that.
He never had a
day. And he was preparing for Creed too. So, you know, he built a whole bunch of body mass and stuff like that. So
he went a little bit harder, but
yeah,
you know, he was already fine. He got an old man face. He got a sharecropper face. You know what I'm saying? He got I've been working on the railroad all the live long day.
You got the John Henry going for him.
Yeah.
He does got the
Johnny
tall tail
face.
He do though.
He definitely looked like he could build you a house. I'm just saying, but it works for him. It just works. Y'all know I like unconventional men anyway, so that works for me. But they really want everyone to wear a suit all the time, like Idris Elba did on his cover. Like they was using him as the model. Like, this is thank you, black men. This is what we want y'all to look like. Like what?
It's a time and place for everything. Guys look good in suits. Guys look good in no shirts. Like, I don't understand.
They have.
I like the picture. Like, honestly, I really like the picture. I have nothing against it.
I don't think it. Yeah, it's just because it's pink.
I mean, it's some crazy ass pants. Like their pants that turn into the hills.
We wasn't rapping pink in the 2000s. Because
I mean, Cam led the way. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Cam led the way.
If anything, Cameron's is worse because he got he looks like a fucking pink teddy bear.
So. Very much. He looks stupid.
Yeah, it's very soft pink. Can we get the full picture of Jonathan Majors, the ebony cover? Because I gotta see were those boots built into the pants.
It look
like they are. Yes.
Oh, so it's just one piece. You just slide in and
But see, you get it one piece. An homage to one piece. He wearing one piece.
Regardless of the fact, I like it. I mean, I wouldn't walk around in the streets with it on, but for a photo cover, that's dope.
So the thing about it is, there is this whole thing going around that there is an agenda, and there is this emasculation of the black man that they have been trying to perpetuate, and he has done his initiation into the Illuminati, and Hollywood and society wants all the black men to be effeminate, right? You know that there's a very large amount of black men and pick-me women that think this. So if everyone should know, I should say, that emasculation means to castrate. So, removing your sexual organs. And that term came about around the 1600s. So there's this myth of emasculating the Black men, and they is suggesting that anyone that does not meet society's standard of heterosexuality threatens what the accepted standard is.
Except for Prince. he's above the rule.
So who are these people that are threatening the Black man? It would be white people, of course, the LGBTQ community, and Black feminists. They're trying to tear the Black man down. That if you've ever listened to these woke people,
Umar too. Don't forget about Dr. Umar. He's there.
Allegations, accusations. If you listen to these woke people, that's what they're saying. Like, they have all come together to tear down the Black man. And you can remove someone's sex organs, but you cannot emasculate them. You can't change what their gender is or their sexuality is just because you emasculate them. You're going to be what you're going to be, is what I'm saying. So, figuratively, emasculation started with slavery. So you had like the buck breaking farms, right? Harriet Tubman, don't listen to this. Where they used to try to traumatize the Black men into submission, and now we imply social outcomes like the absence of fathers, is going to make men gay. Because you didn't have a father in your house, you are more likely to have sex with a man. None of this is facts. This is all something that someone sat around and made up in their head. You know why all these niggas is gay? Because they don't have a father in the house. That has nothing to do with anything. I can assure you that there are plenty of people.
I don't know. I think there was a study done in the 70s.
That says what? The 70s. You already.
Yeah, it's in the 70s, but they did a social experiment in the 60s about black men in family household settings, and with them there and then with them not there. And they found out that, not being there, of course, mass incarceration, stuff like that, it did change the household dynamics, and having men or having boys or leading into homosexuality was one way to stop them from reproducing. So I believe it was. There was an actual study done on this a long time ago. I will look it up though. We need sources.
Challenge the legitimacy.
Yes.
That study, because
I will look that study.
You are born however you're going to be. Now, do things happen? People can be molested. They can be raped. And that can come into the play, but that's environmental. But there is a number of gay people that said no one has ever touched me, and see, that's the other myth that.
And that too, yeah.
Someone touched you, so that made you gay. No, most gay people are like, I'm just gay, and that's just what I've always been gay. I knew I was gay since I was a child. Nobody put their hands on me, and nobody touched me. So I very much would challenge the legitimacy of their study, especially because it was done in the 70s.
Yeah, right? it was done a long time ago. I'm gonna still find it though, but that's like when the people, I forget what the group called, but there was a think tank back in the 70s, and they all got together. Hey, how can we stop, the blacks from reproducing? And was like, okay, we can just send them to jail, or we can mess up the household and make sure, they don't know how to raise men to be men, and then homosexuality could play a big part of that. And then later on, crack and shit came about. But they literally sat down and thought about it.
Them, and their racism and homophobia saying, "Oh, if we take the Black man out the household, the father out the household, then the boys will automatically be gay." That sounds asinine. That's stupid.
Right, but someone thought that though, like, hey, this could be a solution.
Somebody thought that, but people thought a lot of things. They also think that Black people were animals and have a higher pain tolerance than white people, which is absolutely not true. So that goes into what I was about to say, which is when we like perpetuate this stuff as a society, we are buying into what the white patriarchy wants us to do anyway. That's what they want us to do.
Definitely.
And so I just feel like as Black people, we need to do better, because it's still us attacking each other. We're still attacking each other, and over some dumb shit. That man is
always some dumb shit.
A photo shoot, minded his business. He has a child,
looking fine, fine Black man,
doing well for himself, contributing.
Motherfucking king.
Everyone is attacking him because it's funny, because the type of Black men that buy into their stuff, they're also like misogynistic. They're also misogynistic, and they have a very backwards way of thinking anyway. And
ooh, I had a question.
Go ahead.
Oh, have you seen the cover? I think it was maybe laissez-faire with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
That picture.
Yes.
that would be another good example. I agree with it somewhat because it's a white-owned magazine, and I feel like they'll just find a way to emasculate Black man in a heartbeat or anything. But
how was he emasculated? What did they do? Because he was behind her or something?
So yeah, he was behind her. He was blurred out, and they had him of course, holding his daughter, and but the main focus was Rihanna, right? Like, fuck that nigga over there.
She is the billionaire.
So she's the billionaire, and then ASAP Rocky is little not billionaire, who just knocked her up to the side. Like, I mean, I know they ain't married or nothing, but
hey, Shannon,
you think that was emasculating?
This a tad bit. Like, come on, the guys in the background holding the kid, and you just have Rihanna just out here like, I'm fucking Riri.
But here's my question for you.
He ain't doing no work right now.
He's on trial. Technically, he's on trial right now.
To me, I don't think that was emasculating. I thought it was cute. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was like, I thought they was on the beach. I don't know. I didn't look at it that deep. I think men look at stuff in weird ways for themselves. Like, they overthink shit when it comes to random stuff like that. Like, he holding his fucking daughter. Like, it's beautiful. Why are y'all saying here like, why is she up front? Huh?
They have a boy. Why you keep calling them a girl?
I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a baby.
I mean, because you know what, he said daughter or something, and then it just got stuck in my head.
I thought they had a daughter.
You did. You said daughter. But my challenge to you is: have we not, for years and centuries, seen the woman walking behind the man, being submissive and being led? Right. So that there's the flip side of this, where they want to emasculate the men, and then they see Black women as masculine. They feel that Black women are too masculine when we are in positions of leadership, that we do have to be the head of our households, that we do things that people want to say are gender norms for only men. So that's the flip side of this. You damned if you do and you damned if you don't. The woman is a billionaire. Okay. She
looks feminine. She got heels on in a dress. What the fuck you want her to do? Like, I don't get it. She's more masculine in there because she up front. Y'all, they're picking. They're picking and choosing and taking strolls.
I would agree with you, but when you are a photographer, you see things differently. So you're looking at thousands of pictures, and you're looking through like each exact print of what you're doing, and then you're hand selecting what you want to be out there. So she could have picked 1 million of the different photos, but she chose to pick that one.
Or did she look at it and say that's a beautiful family picture? It is a man being supportive.
We'll never know.
A man being supportive of his woman, loving his child, and not afraid or threatened by letting her lead.
I know I wouldn't be. She's a billionaire. She got money.
I'm just saying.
I'll be okay.
Go ahead. I wouldn't even give a damn. Shit, take me out the picture.
And then Rihanna doesn't even strike me as the type of person that would want to do that to her mate. Like, oh yeah, I want to make them feel like shit. I want to feel like I'm the big boss, the Don Dada. Like, you get behind me. She don't even strike me as at all. I don't know. People just
I'll throw it in the chat if you didn't see
they have
it.
their own insecurities, and they projected. They said, "Look at this bitch, she rich," and I'm jealous. This man,
Look at this bitch, she rich.
I'm jealous that this man ain't got to do nothing. He knocked her up. Who is buzzing?
Is your table ready? She got the Olive Garden buzz. That's what I'm strong as shit.
Your table is ready.
The table's ready, ma'am.
I don't even understand. Like, it's only do not disturb. Like,
I'm freaking up. Well, my whole point is there is no agenda. For centuries, men have dressed as women. I mean, not just dressed in things that you consider to be feminine, but they've flat out dressed as women. You know, once upon a time, you could male only performance was a thing. Like, you were a woman,
Yeah.
you could not
Shakespeare.
Yeah, they did it in Japanese kabuki,
Yeah,
in English theater, and Greek theater. Like, so I'm very confused as to why we're acting like this is something new. But the Illuminati. So they always come out, and this happens every year, where they bring up all the black men that dressed as women.
mm-hmm.
Yes, they are, because people mad that they don't want to be supportive, or the women are mad that they can't get a supportive man. But
Right.
they like, just if you put up all the different actors that have dressed. Wesley Snipes.
You know what? I was just thinking about that movie.
That's one of my favorite movies right there.
What's that movie called?
Jackson, 2 on 2.
That's right, 2 on 2. I was just thinking about that movie.
Rob,
Doubtfire was my shit.
But Robin Williams, that's my point. Robin Williams did it. He was Mrs. Doubtfire, but and Jim Carrey, he was on Living Color being Vera. So, but if Tyler Perry does it, then he has to be
the
gay.
GOAT.
He has to be gay, but I don't get what's the difference.
Shanae.
You know what? All these is different times, though. I can't sit here and be like, all right, these is different times. Back then, it seemed like it wasn't that big of a deal. We laughed at it. It was cool. I don't know. I still feel like
I don't think no one's doing it now, though.
Days is not that big of a deal, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, maybe because we're women, that stuff don't bother us or something. Like, I look at it and I be like, yo, they play too much. I don't look at it. It doesn't do anything. It's not like, oh, they was all gay because they had on outfits. I don't know. It doesn't do anything to me psychologically. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. You play too much. That's it.
Do you feel like there's an agenda, Carty?
I believe there's always an agenda out for somebody out there. So, yeah, why not? There's always an agenda. Illuminati is real to a degree, you know. There's folks with power that has power that will like to sway things in their favor, and they will do whatever it takes to do that. So yes, I do believe in some shape or form. She should. They after me already. I just said it, and was that I don't know. I just heard cars screeching. I don't know. I got paranoid for a second. You can't talk about Illuminati without something happening to you.
So,
you know how that go.
So you thought they was coming to get you?
Look, man, as soon as you say something they don't like, they yank you.
I don't 100% not believe that it's an agenda. Like, I believe it's an agenda. I think is they want to push that year or that month or whatever, and that's it. I don't know why. I don't know what the end game is, but I agree to a certain extent. Like, you pushing this person for some reason, or you're pushing this particular thing really hard, even enough to lose money. And I'm kind of interested why, like, you know what I mean? So I think it's an agenda, but I don't think that, I don't know, when we feed into the arguing about it and be like, no, he do this, she do that. I think that kind of makes it a little worse. You know what I mean? Just let it happen and this too shall pass.
So you don't think that these people created these, and I'm talking about the black people, not the white people. You don't think that they created these characters themselves? You think that it was brought to them like, we need you to put this dress on and do this? Because I don't think that. I think that Martin made Shanae up as a character. And he did a number of characters. We're forgetting he did a number of characters. Eddie Murphy did a number of different characters. He did a whole family. He didn't just portray a woman. Who else? Jamie Foxx. Like
I mean, everyone in the 90s as a
you know what
comedian did
Jamie
it.
like,
But you're not seeing it now though.
That's
You're not
different.
seeing it
I'm
now.
talking about like now it's agenda.
You ain't getting that.
I don't think that was an agenda back then. I think that was just
people point to that and they say
that's a man.
If you Google that, they'll be like, all these men, look at all these men, and they came to them and they said this is what you got to do to become famous.
You know what? I did hear that in order to be famous, you did have to put on a dress. I did hear that before. I did hear that on something too. It might have been like an Illuminati documentary or something. And they was saying like you had to wear a dress, and if you didn't, then you would not be pushed. And I don't know who was saying somebody came out about it. Like
that's true.
I want to say it was like Snoop Dogg or somebody. Somebody came out and was like, yo, they told me, oh no, Dave Chappelle, I thought. Was it Dave Chappelle? It was like
with the
they wanted me to wear a dress or something. I'm like, I'm not doing that or something. So I do think that it's a thing.
Oh yeah,
you know, it is a thing. They want you to do something embarrassing, or I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I do believe it. I believe that there's agendas out there that they're trying to push.
Now, I'm not saying that there is not an agenda for certain people. I do believe that yes, there are certain people that will push the limits to see how far they can get you to go. But am I saying that all these men collectively did this initiation into the Illuminati? I don't happen to believe that. Well, Will Smith never put on a dress that I can think of. But he
did the actual homosexual scene.
He was
just flat out gay, right?
Yeah.
He went straight in.
Yeah, he's like, hold the dress.
You go. He said, "Let me show you."
Fuck that guy. I'll fuck that guy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Everybody was like, "Look, I'll put on a dress and I'll put a wig on, act a little funny." But you know what? I'll go straight in. That's how far I'll go. And that nigga been famous ever since.
First of all, that's the best role he has ever done, in my opinion. Will Smith, 6 Degrees of Separation, playing the fake Sidney Poitier's son. Mm-hmm. That's the best. He's never been a better actor than in that movie.
That's probably when he showed his true self.
Well, I happen to believe that he is bisexual.
Will Smith's a bottom.
I don't know whether he's on the top or he's the bottom, but I do happen to believe
he give me bottom vibes now.
Well, with Jada, yeah, totally bottom vibes.
Total bottom vibes. With Jada, she pegging him. That's for sure.
He give me bottom now.
Physically and mentally, shit.
But my point being that clothing can't make you gay. That doesn't determine whether you're gay or not. And I just felt like the outrage at Jonathan Majors.
Unless you're like Liberace or Elton John.
Well, he was just gay.
It was already gay.
Throw that out there. Just saying.
He's already gay.
So some clothes scream, "I'm gay," and that's the point why they're wearing it. So let's not say.
No, it's not. I don't think they're wearing it because they want to say I'm gay. They're wearing it because this is what I like. This is what I like. I like pink. I like roses. I like frills and fluff. And there's women who are straight that don't like those things. I am not a fan of pink at all. I hate pink.
Me neither.
I always used to put it on me. I hate that shit. But you know what I mean? I still like penis.
All right, well, tell that to Little Nas X and all the crazy ass shit he wear.
You can, so I don't know.
Cool, but I can assure you, I have always liked both boys and girls. Always. That's never been a thing where I had to question it. I always knew. Right. And pink, whether I wore pink or black had nothing to do with that shit at all. So I think people need to focus on other things. There's a number of things that are destroying the Black community, that are destroying Black families, and it ain't a fucking cape. It's not a pink cape. That's not what is doing it at all. Right. So maybe we need to swivel and focus on things that matter. You know, about all of our men being incarcerated and us killing each other in our communities. Like maybe we need to focus on these things.
No, because the man doesn't want you to do that. They want you to focus on that gay shit over there. Look at that gay shit over there. Just don't worry about what's going on over here.
Yeah, yes, it's like
misdirection. It's all misdirection.
All misdirection. Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. Meanwhile, they taking away, and this is what people are missing, right? So while they're voting and saying we no longer can have abortions and all this stuff like that, who you think? What you think about to happen next? What other laws y'all think is about? They want us to be wading in the water and picking cotton. Like y'all focus on the wrong shit. Y'all are focused on the wrong thing.
Government's good for that. They'll slide a bill through at the last minute when a big ass tragedy is going on and everyone's not paying attention. Next thing you know, boom. Crazy.
Interesting, because we had a huge debate on whether it was okay to buy your son a kitchen set. Blew my mind that people thought that would determine their sexual preference. I was flabbergasted. And Shannon,
I do remember that.
Yeah, I saw people debating about that. Men are chefs, renowned chefs. That was also another area where men dominated for a very long time.
Very, very long time.
There was no women in the restaurants, running the entire kitchen. But you won't buy your son a kitchen set? I want my son to be Gordon Ramsay. Like, what are you talking about? I don't. People don't think. They don't use their common sense. I don't understand. I mean, I understand it because I see where it has been ingrained in us.
Right.
From being slaves and stuff like that. I do see how it was beat into us, and they did try to make us feel less than, and you're not a man, and they did rip the families apart. But that's what I'm saying. This stuff was put in us by white people. No offense to any white people watching or listening. This was put into us, and then we just running the ball. And it is misdirection. It is all misdirection. We are focused on the wrong shit. So I challenge everyone, because now men can't do anything. Men can't eat hot dogs. Men can't have ice cream cones. Men can't have hoagies. Like, that's a glizzy.
Not Barack.
You want hot dogs? You can't eat a glizzy?
Oh, no.
You can't. That's gay.
Wait, didn't they say you had to break the banana first?
Yeah, you can't break a banana.
You got to cut it in thin slices before you eat the banana.
I literally had a conversation with one of my coworkers. They said that men do not lotion their feet or their hands. What are you fucking talking about? I was like, why don't you keep some? I asked my cousin, why don't you keep some lotion on your desk? Men don't do that. What do you mean? You gotta be ashy or you not a man? I'm confused. I don't want your crusty ass feet rubbing up against me underneath, shredding my sheets. Like, who thinks of this shit?
I need a pedicure appointment. I would like to talk to these people. Like, explain how ashy hands and being gay goes together. Like, being straight goes together. Please explain it. Like, I need
step by step. You gotta have rough masculine hands.
You gotta feel like you did a day's work. Our gender roles are so limited. Why can't my maleness also include being nurturing? It takes more courage to be vulnerable than to be macho. You're absolutely correct, Charles.
100%.
Because Charles, I don't like emotions, and so me being vulnerable, and this is me as a woman saying it, talking about feelings and being vulnerable, that is scary for me. I'd rather go fight. I'd rather go tap a random bitch out on the street and engage in a fist fight than sit down and tell somebody that I love them.
So toxic.
And I'm scared to lose them. I very much so. Yes. I admit it. I admit that. I do have but I have a lot of masculine energy too. So we already talked about that. But yeah, I've heard y'all can't carry umbrellas. Men don't carry umbrellas.
Like, just get wet. Just get pneumonia. Niggas get pneumonia. Nigga, you gotta get pneumonia. Nigga, don't put on umbrella, get pneumonia, wet clothes all day.
Being a butler is the only way you can carry an umbrella. Right? If you're a butler,
just die.
You're carrying it for somebody else.
I'm completely like, I've heard so much foolishness.
They creative. They creative. Straight niggas creative.
But it's not just, and sadly, it's not just black men. There are black women that are trying, and that is scary to me because they are raising sons You're raising sons. So you are just reinforcing and supporting this false narrative and this.
But you better not lotion them hands and feet.
Wait,
dude.
And then
that's gay.
Why can't I find a good man? Well, you ain't even raising a good man. So how do you think you're gonna find a good man?
I give my son his own full bottle of lotion, a little thing of Vaseline for his lips, some hands. Like, what are you talking about? Get the elbows. Lotion your whole body. What is happening?
As a black man, we do not believe in lotion unless needed.
You like it.
Ooh, not to wash between their cheeks. I heard that too, though. I did.
You just let the water hopefully
water go down your crack and skin.
Don't you spread your cheeks to allow that water to get here? What?
Nasty
ass. Women like to eat ass.
God.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Wow. It's wild out there, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gay to wash your ass.
Listen,
breaking news. This is gay to wash your ass.
Don't wash your ass. Risk infections and shit. You rather smell like shit because that's masculine.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, we don't lotion unless we have to. Like if we have a date or we're gonna go out to see you.
That ain't true. That is not true. Why you niggas put on lotion? I don't know what you're talking about.
On lotion. I don't know. Like my feet right now could probably start a fire.
Why though?
I mean, I haven't had a pedicure in a month.
So they cheeks, right?
It's not a priority.
Listen,
don't get me wrong. And you know what? I'm a female, and I lotion as needed.
I'm gonna do a check right now. See, we got a little bit on this side.
My whole body, okay? Face, hands if they ashy. I do not lotion my legs probably ever.
Really?
I have reasons though, because when I put on lotion, I sweat no matter, like I sweat for no reason. So I don't know, it's clogging my pores or something, but I really don't lotion like I should. If my legs gonna be out, I'll put lotion on them.
Right, only when needed. That's men's.
Right.
No, lotion.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah, that's you. That's just
that's me. No, I agree. That's me. I don't preach what I preach, but my boys,
my teenagers. Like, I remember playing ball when I was in high school, and I wouldn't wear lotion except for days I had games because I couldn't be on the court with ashy ass legs and kneecaps. Like, I would wear lotion that day, like because I can't be out here with my legs out, my elbows out, balling, and the cheerleaders on the sideline.
My son can't leave my house without lotioning.
I love it. I love a moisturized face. Boys, listen, I don't practice it. My boys do. They lotion head to toe. Me, I feel like as soon as lotion touch my skin, I start sweating. I'm telling you, it's the weirdest thing in the world. So I don't have time for it. I'm too big to be out here sweating because I put lotion on the back of my legs. I ain't got time.
Well,
I get it. Y'all niggas need to wear lotion.
We definitely could talk about this like for the entire show because it's comical. It doesn't make any sense to me. I just encourage y'all, men, live your life. Do what you want to do. You know what I mean? A woman that loves you, they don't care. If you have a woman that don't want to be with you,
because you don't wash in between your cheeks though.
If you get
please wash your ass.
That doesn't want to be with you because you want to eat a hot dog and lick an ice cream cone, forget that bitch. And please move on. That's what I want to say to you there. Okay.
Above
and Johnson
Majors,
I will be supporting you in Creed. Okay, I definitely will be coming to see you.
May 3rd, I think, right?
So
March 3rd. March 3rd.
Carty Experience. You are just insisting upon interrupting me every time I speak.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was promoting March 3rd. I'm excited to watch it.
I'm excited too. But in the interest of time, we're gonna move on to the debauchery, okay? So we all know that I am Siren by night, okay? Your queen of extra, your sultan of shenanigans, and the diva of debauchery. And here to bring you the mess is Tokyo with our Inside the Box segment.
Hello. Welcome to the shenanigans. So today we're going to talk about lactophilia, okay? Now, this might be something a lot of guys might be into. You know what I mean? It involves a certain body part that men are fond of for some reason. So, lactophilia is a sexual fetish for lactating women, and breastfeeding or breastfeeding. They either want to watch women lactate, which means expel milk from their breasts, or consume her breast milk. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? The breasts are the part of the body that guys tend to like. You know what I mean? They like to squeeze on them, hit on them.
Love.
Correction, love.
Love.
They
That's
love
all my
them,
heart and
you know?
soul.
But people who are into this particular fetish, they get sexual arousal that is enhanced by women being pregnant. Sometimes you could be pregnant, right? You could be pregnant, and you'll lactate through pregnancy. They'll try to expel the milk while you're pregnant, but most of the time they want it after pregnancy. So after the baby's born, they'll be like, all right, because that's when all your juices come out. They all is ready to be consumed.
They still in the baby's milk, is what you saying.
They are still in the baby's milk. Fun fact. They say breast milk tastes like sweetened almond milk. So almond milk is already sweet, but it's extra sweet. So people who like milk might really enjoy breast milk. I don't like milk, so I don't feel like I'll be excited about it.
I have a problem with this because, like, I breastfed, right? Mm-hmm. The titties are for the baby, right? They're for the baby. Like, I don't want you on my teeth sucking all the baby's milk out. It's dirty. It's like that's just me. That's just me.
So I get that, and I don't really have like a breast kink. Like my breasts are not really a thing for me. I don't care. They don't feel like nothing. But when I had my son, I did want to breastfeed because it seems like a sexual thing to me.
But it's not. So
I know.
I know. So when the baby is breastfeeding, it feels very, very natural.
Right.
Now, I don't like breast pumps because breast pumps feel like a man, if that makes sense. Like a man sucking on your titty. Yeah. So I don't like breast pumps.
Like
that's weird.
Forceful man. So, you do it very lovingly.
You ever put a breast pump on your titty?
I felt the opposite. I didn't pump either though. I didn't do none of that. My milk just dried up and stayed where it's at. I don't know.
And then when you stimulate the breast, more milk comes out.
Yeah, so, I had used what I used? The cabbage. I put cabbage on it. That shit came out like it did come out a little crazy. And it did like hurt. They were sore and everything. But breastfeeding, I didn't try it. And I didn't try it because I don't know. At the doctor, I said, okay, I'll try to breastfeed. And they was like, if you're not gonna stick to it, don't start. So I did.
So let me ask you a question. Do they want just the milk and stuff? Like, do they want you to a cup of milk? Like, get me a cup of milk and you express the milk into the cup and then they drop it? They gotta have it straight from the titty.
Straight from the tit. Yep.
Look how nurturing. Look how peaceful he is. So peaceful.
So peaceful, calm, relaxed. And this is something. This actual.
I'm envious. That should be me right now. God damn it.
Some people are in like whole relationships for this. Like, if you are in a relationship where you feed or whatever, suckle on the tit, so to speak, is known as a nursing couple. You breastfeed your mate. They call this a breastfeeding. I mean, a nursing couple. I nurse you.
Are you serious right now?
Yes.
So it's not like just like during sex and you just, stimulate the breast and so I'm gonna suck on the milk because it's there. Yeah. You really like rocking this nigga like a baby?
It seems so, yes.
Hey, it's a real thing. Gaga. Give Daddy the milk.
Huh?
So when the baby's supposed to eat, why you rocking this grown nigga on your lap?
Maybe they pump for the baby. Maybe they switch the role. They might pump for the baby, or they, you get some milk. One tit go to the baby, one tit is just for your baby.
That's why God gave you two titties. Like, if you wanted that to happen, He gave you just one unititty. And no, that's why there's two titties.
That's ridiculous. So now I am not bonding with my child doing skin to skin because
now
you got
Yep.
That. You know what?
It's family bonding. Family bonding. All right.
Yeah, family bonding. she's feeding a family with those boobs.
You damn right. And
So
it's a lot better than cow milk.
Ain't no way.
That
ain't
pus.
no way.
You get that colostrum for your brain. Like, it's a lot going on in there. You know?
Young. He should already be intelligent. Like, you're not getting nothing from no benefits from this whatsoever. Okay, I'm cracking up.
So it's not like it's psychology behind it, where basically the female breasts and nipples are regarded as important parts of sexuality, sexual activity. Breastfeeding in general is considered mildly exhibitionist. So you remember it was that big old controversy, like you can't breastfeed in public. This is ridiculous and stuff like that. That was a whole thing, and that's because people look at breasts as sexual things, even though they're feeding their child. If you do it in public, it becomes sexual because men are gonna, which is another debate, because yes, men will look at that like it is men who do get aroused by stuff like that, right? You are breastfeeding a child and you see someone doing that and you get aroused. There's men that gets extremely guilty because of that. Because men, it's hard. Men don't know stuff works when it's going to happen, So men will actually get severely kind of guilty about oh my gosh, she feed her child and I got an erection, and then you get into this headset like, oh my gosh, she had a baby in her hand and I still got her, so it became a big old psychological issue.
Because y'all can't control y'all penises.
Y'all can't control y'all penis.
Let me read this comment from Rockstar. Rockstar said, when I'm breastfeeding, I don't do boob play. So even after I'm done breastfeeding, it takes at least 3 months to let my man touch my boobs again. Yeah, so me and her
Rockstar,
I don't know, it's not 3 months for me, but while I'm breastfeeding, these are for the baby.
And that's probably a psychological thing, though. That's a psychological thing. You could cut it off in that moment. You know what I mean? You can make it just about the baby and just about sexual things. And I don't think that people that do this kink, the women, I think they do the same thing, though. They can also do that. It probably, and you know what? I think a lot of it really starts off like, let me taste your breast milk type thing. And so they let them taste it, and then it become like, you know what? Let me. I need that. This is my boob at that point. Also, in the psychological aspect of it, okay, I'm in and out. Hey, what's up? It can be a part of a BDSM dynamic. It seems like everything I talk about can also be a part of BDSM, I guess, because of the umbrella. Breastfeeding can be a reward for good submissive behavior. So if a sub did a good thing, here you go, suck on the tit as you
get a shot. One shot of titty milk.
One shot of titty milk, especially if you're in age regression play. Some like to become infantilism or whatever. So they would like to regress the child and get breastfed, which is called milking, where the dominant partner feeds the submissive. That's milking. I have a couple facts for y'all though. Okay, so the first one is just like a little, human are the only primate whose breasts stay enlarged after puberty. That's just a little. Everybody else, every other primate just enlarge just for feeding. Once the baby's born, they enlarge. But we're the only ones that just have titties the whole time, and it's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. There's no real reason for that. But there is a restaurant in Beijing that sells breast milk based dishes. So they'll have
I believe it.
They'll have some pregnant people come in through there, add some breast milk to the food, give it a little sweetener, you know what I mean? And people come to partake in that. And you know what? I ain't mad at it. They getting some money. You know what I'm saying? Getting a couple dollars. I don't know. They probably use a breast pump for that. They probably use a breast pump.
They would have to.
Sprinkle a little breast milk in for seasoning. But also in Beijing, Asia be having some stuff with them. Also in Beijing, people are arrested for lactation prostitution. Okay.
What?
They hired.
Wait.
I've heard about this. Yes.
They hired mothers with newborn babies to breastfeed people for financial compensation.
Yep.
They advertise on websites. They discuss fees through instant messaging apps. provided pictures of the mothers. Customers chose which mother they wanted, which boobs they wanted to partake in. And people came from all over the world to have these services. Yeah.
Yep. You can buy it on the black market too.
For sure.
With the breast milk?
Yeah, you can buy breast milk on the black market.
Yeah, well, I knew you could buy the breast milk on the black market, but I didn't know they had something specifically called lactation prostitutes.
Lactation.
They treat them like cows.
It's a whole thing. So customers will pay 60 won a week. So that's like $8.70 USD a week, or up to 280 won, which is like $113 a week, to become a member and access details of these mothers. Like, she had this type of milk, and this how much she lactate, and this is how much you can get. It's a membership. Like, it's a fucking OnlyFans. Like, that's what it sounds like. Some workers that actually work, how much they get paid? Some get 3,000 won, which is actually $5,800 in USD for just breastfeeding services. That's a good amount of money.
Come up.
You come over and breastfeed and I get $5,000. I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you want to include sex, it's 50,000 won, which is 7,250 US dollars. So yeah, do, after breastfeeding, I guess they get a little too exciting. Like, let me put the tip in, and
that's where they get the real money.
You know what I mean? That's what happens. You know what I mean? That's always a part of the situation. But you know what? I ain't mad at them. Now, this is what I'm mad at. Some mothers only breastfeed their babies once a day, or even stop breastfeeding altogether to do lactation prostitution.
No, we're not taking food from the babies.
What's wrong with that? Some folks decide not to breastfeed their children, so they give them Similac. What's the difference in this situation?
Because
this is where you just get paid for it.
You're willing to breastfeed a man, but you're not willing to breastfeed your child because it's the best thing for them.
I mean, listen, honestly,
the choice.
I'm making money for this baby, so listen. I can feed you alternative.
I can buy formula.
Listen, I might have to feed you an alternative. Mommy got to work.
Well, why can't you just?
That's right.
Why can't you just pump some for the baby? You know what I mean? Pump some for the baby.
And you know how much that pump will give me? I pump this. You know how much I can get for this little bit of a couple sips?
Well, why he up there sucking and stuff like this? Just set a little side for a little Taylor or something. Just set something a little side for him. Like, nope. Can you imagine the baby looking this man just, and the baby just like, look at this man.
Why is the baby in the corner doing this?
I agree. Listen, mommy got to get this bread. Okay, well, you want to live a better life, don't you?
You want that good Similac? I got that good Similac for you. Premium.
I love you though.
Similac, listen, Similac causes all types of issues for a child. Now, I'm not judging people that got to use formula because I ended up, using formula myself. But also, when I switched my child from breast milk to formula, like, he had all types of fucking issues because it's not the same. So if you can. You said that paper turns noodles into lobsters.
I'm saying though, you know what I'm saying? Listen. I understand.
I'm just saying it could cause a lot of issues for the child. That's all I'm saying. So before we start putting all this shit into their body, I'm just split it. You got two, right? One for
gotta watch the titty
prostitution, and the other one for the bit. Not herpes of the mouth. Oh no. Now you got
breast milk does have some healing properties though.
Dirt on your lip.
Could kill it. I mean, breast milk cures pink eye. I don't know if y'all knew that.
What?
Breast milk cures pink eye.
Breast milk is a damn elixir, okay?
Yeah, it got that sauce.
I understand why the babies need it, and I get it. Sometimes babies don't latch, and they don't get enough. They don't get enough when you breastfeed. Sometimes there's a lot of situations. Yeah. So the people that where the babies can't latch, maybe you should look into lactation prostitution because you can get some money.
Find me up. I'm there. Give me my membership card. I'm just like,
listen.
How much you paying? Breast milk. You made my day.
Drink nothing but the finest Cambodian breast milk.
Do the kitty dance. So
Bring it
basically,
here.
what y'all telling me is I missed out on a lucrative
money
job.
You can be a millionaire right now, sis.
And it doesn't stop. You're literally a cash cow. Legit cash cow.
Legit cash cow.
As long as you keep lactating, you can nurse forever. Like
if you keep nursing, you will continue to lactate as long as
the ducts don't dry up. You
no,
good.
I know, because you see those mothers that had their children like 10 fucking years old,
just
and
walking
they just
straight into
sit next to them, just open up their shirt and just.
Yeah.
I have an issue with the mothers.
They make potatoes.
That's selfish.
Yeah, I have a whole issue with that.
You do.
You breastfeed now a grown ass man. You might as well breastfeed a real grown ass man.
No, that's weird. You shouldn't be breastfeeding.
It is weird.
It's super weird. If your son can talk and walk and suck on your titty at the same time, there's a problem.
If he's eating steak and lobster,
that's what I'm saying. Kids shouldn't be.
Hey, yo, mom, where the milk at? Like, nigga, what?
You just playing PlayStation and sucking on her titty.
Hey, mom, let me get some milk.
It is weird. It is.
Yeah, as a father, I would not let that stand.
It's for her though. At that point, it's for you. You just like your titties sucking because I don't get it. That's weird.
There's plenty,
and you should just go do lactation prostitution, and then you could just have that all the time. See, I don't get it. People ain't weird. They don't be thinking. They don't be thinking.
They don't be thinking like you be thinking.
For real, like
tell them.
Go make that money you wasting on this grown ass 17-year-old person.
I wish that we could find out like the oldest age that someone was still being fed breast milk.
I should have looked that up.
I would say 50.
Not 50. That's different. If you stop breastfeeding and then you started breastfeeding,
they've been feeding men the tits since the olden days. Jess, can you put that picture up?
We're getting a time, actually. Caveman.
Pictures up. Accordingly, we was too hot for TV with the last picture that we just put up, and I'm very confused because there was nothing showing. However,
it's Twitch. It's different. Twitch is different though.
Twitch, yeah.
Twitch said they took you down. They took us down.
Yeah, child. They done took us down.
We didn't have nothing up. I don't know what we put up.
They covered the nip. I thought that was so tame.
They blocked. Oh, the
he was stuck on his thumb.
There was a little areola though. There was like a speck of areola.
I didn't see no areola, and it was mostly that man sucking his thumb and his beard,
like in the beard.
Trish was like gay. Shut that shit down.
Maybe I did say the N-word a couple times.
Oh my God! Listen, anyway. Too hot.
I ain't do it.
I
ain't do it.
We're too hot for TV. That's all I can say. Be glad that y'all was watching it over here on Facebook.
Y'all should go over Twitter. You can say whatever you want over there. Live on Twitter.
When they make sure that we can actually go on and stream from Twitter, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, you can from StreamYard though, so it's doable.
Well, we need to figure that out. We definitely
throw everything up on there.
Listen,
Elon, like I don't give a fuck.
But you know what was funny to me, and this is off topic, but it is very funny to me that I see white content creators do all types of crazy stuff online, post all types of crazy stuff online. Nothing happens to them, but when Black people do things on TikTok, and this happens to me on TikTok all the time. When I post certain things, and I'm like, I'm using y'all sound. This came strictly from TikTok, and they will give me a content violation. And
it's the algorithm, racist algorithm.
Yes, the racist algorithm. How insane is that they build racism into the algorithm for these social media platforms?
Illuminati. See, you're not listening to your own self.
Yeah, we going back to the Jonathan Majors subject.
Illuminati. You're answering your own questions. Like I don't.
That's
right. Illuminati answered everything.
Oh gosh, that is absolutely insane. So all you women out there, you have learned something new. Fathers, if you have a pregnant woman in your life, now you have learned that there is an opportunity.
Liquid gold.
Yes, you have liquid gold, an opportunity to sell your breast milk on the black market. Times is hard.
It is.
Fair enough.
Times is definitely hard. So
It's like $50. You got
how much would
$50.
y'all sell your breast milk for? Just give me a number. Let's say I slid into your DMs like, hey, I saw you just had a child recently. What that breast milk hitting for?
If I'm just pumping it and giving it to them, I wouldn't have an issue doing that. I'm not letting somebody, drink.
No, like give it to me in an 8-ounce glass,
Like
and
an
I can
ounce.
like
an
an ounce. Give me give me an ounce.
Give me like
milk.
Let me get like $500.
$300 to $500.
Yeah.
$500 for 8 ounces. Jeez, girl, you expensive.
this liquid gold. You can't find this.
I'm scared to ask for like a Sprite bottle worth 16 ounces or a gallon.
That's like a gallon. Shit.
A gallon.
That's like, give me 10 grand for that.
It's gonna take a
You
month
know
to
how
pump
long
that.
it take me to get a damn gallon? I need like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I'm gonna buy them
A
both.
gallon is definitely at least 1,000. Look, Ty,
Yes, she should have kept pumping, girl.
you can always get pregnant again. You can get pregnant right now. Right now.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
If anybody out there, listen. If you want to make some money, if you end up making money, let us know. Just
man.
come back and put it in our comments that how much you have been making and how lucrative.
Stop selling them stamps. Let's upgrade.
But before we end up leaving you guys this evening, which I have had a wonderful, 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 wonderful time with you guys. This was a really good conversation on both topics. Let's do a bit of housekeeping going out. So y'all know that I am the assistant director for HNIC Con. I need y'all to go over to headnerdsincharge.com, www.headnerdsincharge.com, and purchase your HNIC Con tickets now, immediately, okay? The theme is Carnival. You know you want to come see these lovely ladies. Maybe some of them will be lactating. You never know what happens when the sun goes down, all right? Additionally, I'm one of the managing directors for the Cage Awards. So this is going to be a virtual award show for the culture, by the culture, all right? I definitely need you guys to follow us. We have a TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and we also bring your breast milk, Carolyn. That's right. Please go to www.cageawards.com so you can get more information. We are going to be honoring people in the nerd community, the Black nerd community, that have made significant contributions. And so that is something that is coming that you want to be a part of, that you don't want to miss. We want to have your faves there, all your faves. So come and see if they win. In the meantime, if you've missed any of our prior episodes, please, please, please go back and watch the replay. You can find us on all Head Nerds in Charge platforms, IG, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you watch the replay. And if you like this, give us some stars, okay? Feed the hungry people so we don't have to sell our breast milk. Send us 1 star, 2 stars. Every little star will help, okay? Until next time, you can find clips of us on Instagram and TikTok. As always, come and join us next time for an education, a laugh, and a heavy pour. Good night.
All right.
Your body, check it.